St. Juan's home for the ADD.
Hello and welcome to An Engineer Plays Kerbal Space Program. This is Quan 3217, and yes, I am a real live engineer. My current project is in orbit around Mars, and I've been interested in space for as long as I can remember, and I've been playing space games for a while, but I just got Kerbal Space Program here in the last couple of weeks. So, while I'm an expert in mathing things and I'm an expert in data processing, that's what I do in my day job, I'm not an expert in flying. So what we've got here is the rules. We're going to do normal difficulty, but we're going to turn off all of the wimpy rollback if you make a mistake. And then the other thing we're going to do is turn off the Deep Space Network. We are only going to use the Deep Space Tracking Station at the Kerbal Space Center. We're going to set the horizon such that if you don't have line of sight, you can't see it. So the other rule, like I said before, if it happens in Kerbal Space Program, it happens in real life. If you die in Kerbal Space Program, you die in real life. And so, no rewinds, no refreshes, no nothing. So here we go. We're going to go have a look at our contracts. And we'll go ahead and we'll grab these first two. Collect some science and leave the atmosphere. No, not leave the atmosphere, just launch. And we'll build Project Trinity. So we'll start off with a probe core. We'll try and stack a parachute on it, but we don't have any parachutes yet. So we'll stick a nose cone on top, and we'll stick a flea, no, not a flea, too big. Grab an RT3, put that on there, and what the heck, we'll grab a couple of fins too. We'll put 4 fins on it, because 4 is a cool number. Don't get that weird radiation symbol in the symmetry display, And then we save that, and we go take it out to the launch pad. So while we're here, look at that beautiful rocket. And why is my launch pad burned? I've never launched anything here before. No, those other saves that I did where I played and played and played and then made a mistake and made it impossible to make any more career progress, those never happened. So, yeah, we'll just go here and do our first space science experiment by doing stuff on the ground. And there we go, recover the vessel. And look at all the science that I have created! So we can't pick up any more contracts yet. I'll go have a look at Trinity again. Nope, we're gonna go have a look at the research. See what it'll take to get a parachute on this thing so that we can save Trinity. Let's see, we need 4 things here, but it doesn't have what we want. That doesn't have what we want. Maybe this parachute icon has the parachute that we want. Indeed it does. So we need 4 sciences and 16 sciences, so a total of 20 sciences. And I know how we can get sciences. There are sciences planted all over the Kerbal Space Center. So we'll build up a unmanned science car. grab one of these probe bodies again. That's because that's the only thing we got. So, do we have any wheels? We have no wheels. Well, we'll just have a science platform, because we can put some science instruments on it. Put a pressure sensor on it, put a temperature sensor on it. These aren't like the SETI probes that have a built-in temperature sensor. And so, we shall call this one Mustard. 3, 2, 1, and quote, launch with the air quotes. And there we are. There's a curb net. We will be very interested in that later. And we'll be very interested in the fact that SETI probes don't have that. Oh well. So we take the science, we take the science, we don't have an antenna to send it, so we keep the science. And behold, we have brought back a bounty of science from the faraway, distant runway. But that is enough science to go get ourselves some new technology. So we get this, and it's got our wheels so that our science car can actually roll. Now, putting wheels on a probe body, especially an octagonal probe body, is not my favorite thing to do. Not the easiest thing to do. Let's have a look at it. Get nice and close. Go and grab ourselves a wheel. It's cost 5,200 space bucks just to get the first one. But at least it attaches on there right. So, we use the fine control. It took me a lot longer than it should have to figure out that you do shift in the letters in order to do the fine control on these things. We'll do a mirror symmetry. Oops. Okay, well, we want to point it that way, huh? Well, here we go. Come on. And there. Now we buy the smaller wheel because there just aren't enough room for two sets of big wheels on the front. So we'll turn those back. Throw a commutitron on top. Throw a surface commutitron on it so we don't have to spend all of our time extending and retracting that antenna. It's a cool idea, but on the science car you don't need it. So we'll save mustard and we'll go out and we'll go collect roving science. Roving, roving, roving. Keep the wheels roving. Roving, roving, roving. Science. Yeah! Do 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 do. Take this thing on a test drive. And yeah, the steering is backwards. Oh well. And now the steering is none. Yep, that's going to be a problem. Yeah, you know how I said bring your own comm? Well, the apparently the dishes over at the tracking center can't point this low. I can see and there is a line of sight, but I guess the dishes don't point this low, and so you can't actually get anything. So this guy is going to roll off into the ocean over here if we let him. Let's see if we can do some kind of emergency recovery. Oh, I wonder what happens. It says that we'll lose the mission if we abort here, but let's actually go and have a look. Did we get all the sciences? Of course not. Where is it? There it is. Recover. And we got the funds. Let's spin it around. And we'll go. If at first you don't succeed, fly again. Or drive, drive again, as the case may be. Let's see if we can turn down the horizon a little bit. Nope, changing the horizon did not work. I wonder if we have to shut down and reload in order to get it to work. Let's try that. Nope, that didn't work either. Well, if at first you don't succeed, then you fail, and the test will be cancelled. It's time to do something more interesting. We'll see if we can even just fly Trinity and see what happens. Well, we know it will happen if it doesn't have a parachute. It'll just plummet and plummet and plummet all the way back to the ocean. And after plummeting, we expect to make a great big hole in the ocean, a big old splash, a 9 from the East German judges, and off we go. 3, 2, 1, blast off. That thing has got get up and go. We got 10 Gs, 12 Gs, 15 Gs, 10 kilometers. How high are we getting? Okay. We are not going to go to space today, which is good because we didn't have that mission set up yet. You got to get the contract in order to get the bucks. So we can't send any science because we didn't bring an antenna. So the only science we're getting out of this is that we can get up there. Oh, 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 I'm falling. Oh, 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 I'm falling. With apologies to Alicia Keys and all her fans. And we watch the thing plummet and plummet and plummet as predicted. But we'll do a little bit of body surfing. We'll turn the capsule a little bit to the side, see if we can not fall back on the launch pad. 4, 3, 2, 1, splash. 19 meters below the water. And with that, we will say goodbye for this episode. And this is Quan3217 saying, if at first you don't succeed, fly, fly again.